Okay, let's face it. Not everything in music is great. There are some throwbacks that are slept on for a reason, and there are some things that are slept on that aren't a throwback. And I know this. I get tons and tons of emails, Twitters, and everything. People telling me to review songs and albums and artists that have came out in the past, and I'll listen to them, or I will actually go and, remember it. I'll be like, oh, that's such and such. No, I'm not reviewing that shit. That shit is horrible. So then I came up with an idea. There are artists out there, even some of our most prolific platinum artists that have made impacts in the game that have bombed. What, you think Jay-Z was the only one that was out in the 90s? Oh no. There was a lot of cats who made some grave errors. And that's what we're going to point out now on my new segment I like to call Epic Fails. So, without further ado, let's go. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, it's your boy, Mr. 2000. Check this out. Ja Rule's home, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I was a big Ja Rule fan back in 2000, 2001. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really into Def Jam. Rockefeller, Def Jam. Ja Rule was on the backstage tour. He had Holla Holla. And this is my dude, man. I fuck with Ja Rule real tough. Now, his first album, classic. Love that joint. Venni Vetti Vecci, very dope. Wasn't really into the second album too much. You know what I'm saying? Rule 316. That album didn't really roll off of the success of Venni Vetti Vecci, but it did better. Now, I take that back. Let me scoot up a little bit. The second album did have a song on there, but the version of the song that I liked wasn't on that motherfucking album. I love the song Put It On Me by him featuring Vita. Yeah, fuck it. Where the fuck is Vita at anyway? And my girl, I love her, Lil Mo. Lil Mo, I talk to Lil Mo on Twitter all the time. Big up to Lil Mo. Congratulations on your success with R&B Divas LA. And Put It On Me was like the anthem of 2001. I couldn't DJ a gig without playing that shit. That shit come on, man, and it was just
jam.
You know what I'm saying? You start clapping, the women start singing, because, females be all happy that it's on and whatnot, man. I'm telling you, man, it was real, man. It was so real. But then Ja Rule, later on in 2001, Ja Rule dropped another album that was just, I don't really, outside of like a few Jay-Z albums and Michael Jackson's albums, I don't really give too much props to artists for dropping good albums, because artists will drop a good album, but it won't be a great album. Ja Rule's 2001 Pain Is Love is in my top 10. Yeah, that feels good to say that. It was in my top 10 of all greatest hip-hop albums of all time. Yeah.
We all mad.
I love Pain Is Love. That was a fucking awesome album. Good God, that was a good album. Pain Is Love was probably, damn, I can't really think, even when he redid the song Pain by Tupac, I loved it because he didn't redo the song. He took it and kind of made it his own. And then he even put Pac's verse at one of Pac's verses of the song, original song, at the end. And I loved how he did it. So that album is a good album. And you would think that somebody would really follow up with that album with something beautiful, right? Yeah. Enter the Last Temptation. This is Ja Rule's fourth studio album. Now, let me remind you what's going on during this time. Album dropped, in 2002. And basically, he had kind of started, he was into beef with 50 Cent.
Nobody likes me.
And funny story though, I got the album a week before it came out. It was a bootleg copy. My partner from Jersey had sent it to me. I used to get a lot of my music from the East Coast, you know what I'm saying? And my partner would send it to me. I send him like $20 every now and then, and he would just send me random blank, burnt discs of just hot shit. And so he sent this to me, and the intro to the bootleg Pain is Love was basically he had an interview where he was screaming and yelling.
Everybody wants to make comparisons to Pac and X and me. Y'all just want to see Pac come back? Y'all want to see this shit? It's here, nigga. It's here.
And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. No, don't. And I'm thinking, this is track number 1. Now, I heard the original album, the real album, and I was like, okay, thank God that wasn't what it was. But even hearing that interview, I was real disappointed with him. I was like, Ja, come on, dog. You can't be doing that, man. But anyway, let's go ahead and go. Then we entered the first song, which was the first single off the album, Thug Lovin' with Bobby Brown.
I know you're getting bored dealing with him.
Okay, now, Bobby Brown can sing. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him that. I really didn't want to hear Bobby Brown on a Ja Rule record. But, hey, pay homage, right? So, basically Bobby Brown's bellowing, and he was a little hype. It was like he was just glad to be back in the scene. So, they did a Thug Lovin' song. My boy Smalls loves that song. It was okay. Then the next single, which was Mesmerize.
Girl, your stare, those eyes.
Love it when you look at me, baby.
Okay, typical Ja Rule Ashanti song. Cute theme with the Grease theme, and it was actually a pretty good single. It was a good record. Mesmerize, Irv Gotti killed that. I give him props. You know what I'm saying? And one of my personal favorites of the album was Pop Niggas, produced by the Neptunes. You know what I'm saying?
How many niggas hit the scene like Root, Bentley, GT, pushing through, box flooded with jewels?
You could tell it was probably one of them beats that Pharrell had just sitting around, and and he was just like, give me 50 grand, you can have it. You know what I'm saying? And Ja Rule probably got on the low, in the throwaway beats, the shit that Jay-Z and Nori and them didn't want, so Ja took it, and he actually did really good on it. The Pop Niggas joint is hot, you know what I'm saying? I'll give Pop Niggas a 5. 5 out of 5, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. Pop Niggas was dope. You know what I'm saying? It's still one of the joints that I'll put the album in, it's cool, I rock with it. Okay, The Pledge.
In the beginning, it was me.
Now, when I first heard The Pledge, you know what I'm saying, it was on the mixtape that I had. And, I was really excited about the song, the Pledge remix. Where's the original Pledge at? Anyway, the Pledge remix is Ashanti, Nas, and Tupac. Now, when I first heard The Pledge, I actually I knew it sounded like something familiar. So he's taking this Tupac thing a little too far. Oh, well, that's Ja Rule. Now, this is where the album starts going downhill. As a matter of fact, this song right here single-handedly ruined Ja Rule's career. People say it was 50 Cent. This song is what ruined Ja Rule's career. Murder Reigns.
I think the rain is calling murder.
Woo-hoo. This song sucked so much ass. And when I found out they made a video for it, oh my God. I'll never forget that episode of 106 & Park. That was classic shit. Oh my God. It was like, 106 & Park, they'll play your video, brand new video, they ask the crowd what's going on. And the crowd gave that shit to business, homie. I'm not gonna lie, it was horrible, man. Yeah, that song was pretty garbage, and I'm not even gonna talk about the rest of the album because it's not even worth talking about. Ja, you my dude, you know what I'm saying? 3 successful albums, man, I give you props and respect, but, you know, I don't understand. I honestly wish that Blood in My Eye would have came out before this album.
They can't keep up with the man down. Always keep us smiling. Don't need to fight.
Because Blood in My Eye was far superior. Blood in My Eye was actually a more gangster album than any of his other albums. He was basically mad as fuck. So I'm actually probably going to end up doing a slept-on throwback on Blood in My Eye because that was a real good album. But as for The Last Temptation, even though it did have some pretty good production, Irv Gotti, 7 artists, Chink Santana and the Neptunes, Cool and Dre, had some pretty good guest appearances, Bobby Brown, Ashanti, Charlie Baltimore, Nas, Tupac, Crooked Eye, Chink Santana again, doing his thing. It just, you know, some of the things that was going on was just killing me, man. And not to mention that it had so many samples, good samples, like the song Murder Me had the anniversary sample of Tony Tony Tony. Rockstar was I Belong to You by Lenny Kravitz, you know what I'm saying? And Murder Reigns just took the sample of Africa by Toto and just butchered the fuck out of it. Jesus Christ. Man, you know what? I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4. Screw it. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that it did have a real strong single with Mesmerize. I Love Pop Niggas. The Pledge remix was one of those classic joints that, you know, people still dig to this day. And come on, this is Bobby Brown on Thug Lovin', you know what I'm saying? So I'll give it a 4 out of 10. And this, even though this album is kind of bullshit, it's technically better than 50 Cent's third album. So, yeah. But I'm glad you out, Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? Keep making that money and keep making that good music, boy. It's murder. It's your boy, Mr. 2000. Like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. Holla. Peace.
She going to Walmart.